with goals in the Premier League not going his way. That is Rasmus Hojlund, one of the former United superstars, has gone ahead and obviously urged him to stay strong. He has gone ahead to obviously strengthen him, and he has told him that better days ahead of Rasmus Hojlund's era at the club of Man United. Guys, how are you? How is your evening? Hope everything is going on fine and you're really doing well. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really doing fine. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today is a Saturday. It's the 13th of, hear me out, it's the 13th of January 2024, and we're here to obviously bring you the latest concerning Manchester United. And in my own country, it has been a chilly day, and most people have been indoors because it's been really raining, chilly, little bit of sun there, but it's not all the weather that I would love to obviously enjoy, right? So people in European countries telling me that, Rokani, for you are blessed, you are in the winter. Sorry, that for us we're in the winter. I'm talking about those in Europe and USA. But I think God will really help us and really get us through this weather. So Kamboala has come out and spoken about his debut and what he promised his mother, and he has gone ahead to fulfill it. Then Amad Diallo has come out and really spoken about his cameo that he really went ahead to get in the Midlands when you're playing against Nottingham Forest. He never expected to play all those minutes, and Erik ten Hag trusts in him. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. And let's get going onto this Kiano. Now, let's start it off with Dimitar Berbatov. You know, Dimitar Berbatov came in through at Man United. You know, I think it was around 2006, and he was there for some years, and then he left. He was part of the Champions League winning team of Manchester United, and he did a lot for the club of Manchester United. He lifted the Premier League, I think, thrice, you know, with Man United, and so on and so forth. Dimitar Berbatov has told Rasmus Hojlund that the team suffers because there are not enough goals, but you need assists, and it's all connected in a way. If we are talking about the strikers, Rasmus Hojlund needs to stay strong in the mind first and foremost. Now, especially against Wigan Athletic, a team that we played, I think, on Monday, I came out and really told everyone here that for me, Rasmus Hojlund got 3 chances, all a hat-trick of chances, and he missed out on all of them. But it was all about him staying strong and focused. That is it. He had chances to score, but he never scored. But as I've always told you that one sunshine in the winter does not make it a summer. Rasmus Hojlund needs to be fed left, right, and center by these people. You know, he needs to be fed. I need to see him getting a minimum of 2-3 chances in every game that we play. So that calls for the creativity from the forwards of Manchester United, and that is the biggest undoing for Rasmus Hojlund. If at all you've been following the game of football and how he has been playing, you really understand that he last got these many of chances when you're playing, I think we are playing Sheffield, if I'm not mistaken. We are playing Sheffield. That's when he last got many of those chances. You know, like a hat-trick of chances, and he missed out on all of them. Now, count how many games have been in between. The time we played Sheffield, and that game ended 2-1, and the side were playing Wigan Athletic Monday this week. So, it's like 2 months. So, we've gone ahead to play very many games in between there, and chances have not been given to this lad. And all we know is that he's clinical. He's clinical. And being clinical doesn't mean that every chance you get, you're going to score it. Sometimes Haaland, I think last season Haaland went, when we came from the World Cup, it took Haaland like 6-7 Premier League games to score a goal. You get? So, it doesn't mean that being clinical, there won't be a goal drought into your career. So, all we need to see is simple. Get him onto the ball. Let the creativity levels increase at the club of Man United. But I tell you, with Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Eriksen back in the team, and Amad Diallo, a lot is going to change as far as creativity is concerned. You are going to see forwards of United getting chances because Casemiro himself can initiate, you know, a line-breaking pass. Lisandro Martinez can, Amad Diallo can, Eriksen can. So creativity is going to be on the high, according to what I'm seeing at the club of Manchester United. The experience is going to be huge, and sometimes a player like Rasmus Hojlund needs experienced players around him to obviously see him thrive and really go to the best. And for that, I agree with Dimitar Berbatov. So Dimitar Berbatov went ahead and really hinted onto something that we've always gone ahead to talk about onto this channel on a regular basis, that right now at this moment, Rasmus Hojlund has Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, and Anthony around him, but unfortunately, all of them are not producing what people expect: goals, assists, runs, and penetration. So, in this moment of time, you look at Rashford, Garnacho, and Anthony, and you really accept sorry about that. You really accept that. Oh, I'm stretching a little bit. And you really accept that they are trying to learn how Rasmus Hojlund moves. I've seen it in the previous 3 games we're going to hit to play. The game against Aston Villa, the game against Wigan Athletic. You saw to it that they can now read him like a book, especially his runs. They can read them like a book, and they can really create chances for him, So let's all this be the start of the better days of Manchester United. But the man I want to talk about is Amad Diallo. I just want to say to it that Amad Diallo gets himself into better place, gets himself into this team a lot, and he'll create very many chances for this guy. Why? Rasmus Hojlund runs very well, and for Amad Diallo, he's one of the most relaxed and composed players each and every time he is in the final third of the pitch. That is Amad Diallo for you, and I anticipate that he's going to do a lot. And he has come out and really spoken about his cameo against Nottingham Forest. He said, I thought I would maybe play for at least 10 or 15 minutes versus Forest because I was coming back from an injury. But the fact that Ten Hag brought me on that moment meant that the coach trusted me, and I was really happy to have played in that match. So, Erik Ten Hag obviously trusts the guy. And Amad Diallo is not gonna stop. Sometimes coming into at Man United and having a right mentality to play for the club of Man United are 2 different things. But Amad Diallo had suffered a lot when he met Ole Gunnar Solskjaer here. Him and Pelestri have gone ahead to suffer. That's why I even talk about Mason Greenwood. If Erik Ten Hag was with his players, when they came in through, they would have gone ahead to be first teamers right now and playing at a high level. You get? But those, because they came in 2021, I think they came in 2020. Yeah. I think both of them were 18 years of age. So, having gone ahead to come in around that time, they really had a lot to offer. And the club never really used them very well. I think it was 2021, 2021. And it is really not, it should be remembered that they lacked improvement, and obviously nurturing them into better players. That's why you saw to it that when Amad Diallo went to Sunderland, he came back a different kind of player altogether. And he put in a lot of effort for the club of Man United, and is performing at better levels. In the preseason, you saw to it that he had clicked very well with the team, but he got an injury, and that was really a setback. The same applies to Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo, just 1.5 years with Erik Ten Hag at Man United, he has turned out into one of the best players because Ten Hag is a graduate, or he's a proven coach when it comes to improving talent. And that's what should be the main reason as to why we are keeping him here. Let's try to recruit more young talent at the club of Man United and see to it that Ten Hag gets them in. That's what we should be looking at here at the club of Manchester United, and so on and so forth. So, to me, I really like everything that's happening around Amad Diallo, and tomorrow is a big day for him, having missed out on the game of Wigan Athletic. We anticipate that he's gonna really get ready for that game and is gonna make it to the match squad, because getting into the match squad is gonna be really hard at Man United, because with Casemiro returning, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Ericsson, Amad Diallo, and Anthony. Now, that bench is going to be really full of huge players, and it's going to be really competitive. Remember, it comprises of 8 players. So, 6 coming back. Obviously, mean the likes of Kambwalas might not be back here on the bench because it's going to be hard for them to make the bench. Now, let's talk about Kambwala. You know, he made his debut when you're playing against Nottingham Forest. He played very well. And he made his Old Trafford debut when I think we are playing against Aston Villa. And he said, "It may seem crazy, but when my mother made me start playing football, I made her a promise that I would become a professional at Man United when I turned 16. It's my childhood club. Ever since very little, I say I'm going to play here." Now, this is what I love about the club of Man United, and this is what makes us a special team altogether around the world. Do you know why? We are a team that grooms talent and bring those players in. This is the DNA of the club of Man United. And if I told you know exactly who is doing this, it's Erik ten Hag. And Kambwala is really very happy. He made a promise to the mom, and the promise has gone ahead to come to pass. Then Will Kambwala on his debut at Old Trafford. A few years ago, I came here as a spectator with Leis Ulis, and it drove me crazy to see them playing on my pitch without being able to act. This time, I was there. I didn't sleep all night. So, him playing for Man United in the tie at Old Trafford really meant a lot. Remember, he came on through and really had some minutes to play when you're playing against Aston Villa. And you know how the crowd really comes out and really shows love to the youngsters at Old Trafford. And Kambwala has all the attributes to play to the Premier League. And Ten Hag, by the way, is targeting players with physique and talent. That's why the Charlie Savage, the Zidane Igbo were not given chance, because you need to eat that their physicality attributes were not meeting the requirements to the Premier League. So we look at Kambwala. He's really a very huge guy playing in the central defense. Kobe Mainoo also in the central midfield. He's really one of those to obviously remember, and he never really stops doing the magic. So guys, your thoughts on Hojlund? Urged to stay strong by Dimitar Berbatov. Welcome in the comment section below to make about Will Kambwala's statement, making his promise to the mother come to pass. What do you make about it? And Amad Diallo speaking out on the cameo that Erik ten Hag went ahead to obviously get him on when we are playing against Nottingham Forest. So guys, may the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Bye-bye.